Hello and welcome to another episode of God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. This is episode 26. Yeah, today is July 31st, 2023. Man, I like to thank y'all for taking this journey with me. I know sometimes I go off the deep end talking about things that you might not understand and you might not comprehend right now, or you might not be privy to. You know, a lot of it is just, understanding, logic and reasoning, feelings and emotion. A lot of the things I talk about is about what I personally see in my personal life, my personal point of view. I got this album coming out. It's supposed to be dropping today. I don't know whether it's dropping later today or, I thought it was going to drop 12 o'clock. I was excited to, download it, stream it and everything. It's available on all streaming platforms. The title is pretty long. It really is not that long. It's just called Feature. But it's a fusion mix of Nature and my album F. I put them both together, sprinkled a couple other tracks on there, and it's a fusion mix called Feature. See, I'm doing something different here. What I'm doing is I'm taking an album that I dropped into the hip-hop category, and I'm taking an album that I dropped into the R&B category, and I'm fusing them both together, and I'm making it a pop category album. I'm turning two albums that was in the hip-hop genre and the R&B genre, fusing them together, making it one album, and sticking it into the pop genre. I'm a new artist. I don't know if you know. My name is Mr. Pagan. I'm on all streaming platforms, okay? Everyone all around the world, right? And I've been noticing that I've been getting love from a lot of overseas platforms, right? I've been getting shown a lot of love from overseas platforms, and I want to keep that going, and I want to make more cultural music that's diverse in ways where it could reach an audience of a broader view. It could reach an audience overseas. It could reach a younger audience because it doesn't have a lot of vulgar language in it. It can reach an audience that's here in America. It's for my peers, it's for my colleagues, it's for, everybody. I'm proud of these projects that I've been working on. They've been personal projects. I haven't had any help with producing any of the music and the production, putting everything together. I haven't had help with the publishing, putting anything together as far as the books go. And that's another thing that I was going to expound upon. I got this book coming out, man. It's called Nature's Features, right? And I don't know if you noticed what I did there. I'm taking the title of this album and I'm turning it into a title of a book. I'm using the cover art for the album. I'm using that as the cover art for the book. So not only is it going to be an album released, a fusion mix album released, it's also going to be a book released as well. And this book is going to have my artwork in it, but the front cover is my artwork. That's the front cover is the artwork for the album. I actually came up with that piece myself. It's like a futuristic aluminum type thing that's like kind of see-through and kind of, reflective and shiny over top of a natural backdrop, over top of nature's backdrop, trees and things like that. And what I did was I wanted to put this future, this, microchip looking elemental, wrapper looking thing, foil looking thing that's see-through over top the lay and make like a picture frame for it out of the backdrop, which is nature. Because that's what we're living in nowadays. Nowadays we're living in like a digital nature, a futuristic nature kind of. The more I look around with the global warming and things that's going on, we're seeing less and less trees, less and less, plants and things like that. And it's because, we have this digital thing that's going on. We all have this, digital wave that's going on right now where we're all attached to some type of device, some type of electronic device. We're all connected in some way, shape, form, or fashion with the Bluetooth and all this other stuff. So I figured I put out an album with the cover artwork reflecting what I see in today's society. Because it seems like we're looking at nature through a skewed lens at times, through that materialistic lens, through that, futuristic glass type lens that we're looking at that nature through, because we are natural, but we're trying to, amalgamate ourselves with, the electronics, the future, the technology of the future. I'm proud to say everything that I'm doing is digital. Everything that I'm doing is technology based. It's all based on algorithms, and it's all based on analytics. And what I hear from the people, what I hear from you guys, it matters in my creative process. It matters in the things that I strive to do on a daily basis, because everything that I'm doing, I keep the people in mind. I keep you in mind, because I understand that everybody needs a different point of view. And if I could put out a point of view that expounds upon a topic that lets a person understand a certain thing, a certain way that, people think, that people talk, that people socialize and communicate with each other. I want to put that out there. I want to put that message out there. I want to help people with that, because, due to the fact of COVID and all the illnesses and everything that we have right now, you have a lot less social interactions, and you have a lot more social interactions because people are a lot less, combative against getting together because they spent so much time apart. And, people just need to party and have fun and relax, and get everything off their mind that they're dealing with throughout the day, throughout their life, throughout their journey, and that's what it's all for, man. We got to be here for each other. We can't really be so uptight to the point where we don't let nobody in our life or in our inner circle, and that's hard for me to say. I mean, that's a thing for me to say, because to be really, I have nobody around me at all. The people who I want to be around me, they aren't around me like I want them to be. And, the people who I don't want to be around me, I just keep them at bay. I keep them at bay. I'm a loner soul. If I offend anybody by staying away or not calling or not texting or not saying nothing, you know what I mean? Hey, I got social media. I'm on there. I'm promoting my stuff. I'm constantly working. Even when I'm resting, I'm working, because I'm constantly, in a state of processing, in a state of, awakening and growing and evolving all the time. Even on a day-to-day basis, my ideas are ideas to expound upon intellectual properties, to expound upon the things that's in my mind, the things that's going to bring wealth, bring value, to bring legacy to my family's life. Really, that's the only thing I'm focused on. It'll get to a point where, or maybe you're at the point where you think the same things. There's a lot of grown men that don't really want to admit to the fact that they think about these things, that they think about what they're going to leave their kids behind, what they think about, what type of legacy they're going to leave behind for their kids. I mean, if you're a real fucking man, you think about that type of shit. You know what I mean? If you're a real fucking man, you think about, what am I going to leave my kids? What type of legacy? What type of name? What type of, literature, things that they could read, pick up from, expound from? You know what I mean? What am I leaving for them? And, when you look at that, you realize that, the only thing we could really leave behind that nobody could take away is our intellectual property. People could take a lot of things from you. Finance, relationships, living situations, material things, But one thing about it, man, I'm going to tell you this. When you create something, you know, whether you had to do it with blood, sweat, and tears, or whether you just did it with, you know, effort, know-how, and time, when you created something that no man could take away, that's when you really left a legacy. You have to create something that no man could take away, no woman could take away from you. Because at any time, even our lives can be taken away, right? All this material things that we see out here every day could be taken away. The only thing that really matters is the natural things, the relationships that we build with the people we love, the legacy we leave behind. So when something happened to us in an untimely way, or even if it's naturally, you know, it still always feel untimely to lose someone that you love. But we have to leave more behind for people. We have to leave pieces of us, pieces of our intellect, pieces, you know, our literature. We have to write things, expound upon things, give our point of view on things. How would our children or anybody ever know the person that we were or is or going to be if we never put out any type of literature, any type of, you know, something that they could see? You could do art, you could draw, you know, you could do music, you could write books. There's so many things you could do to leave a legacy behind for your kids. Yeah, some people amass wealth. A lot of people feel like that's the best thing to leave for your children. Houses, a fat ass bank account, some cars or whatever trinkets. But really it's not. Really is not. Really the best thing you could leave for your kids is clear, concise instructions. Clear, concise instructions and memoirs about the knowledge that you acquired living this life. Nothing is more valuable than the lessons you learned in life, than the things you hold dear in your mind and your heart and your soul and your body. Those are the things that you have to leave your kids. Because some of us never get to even talk to our kids about nothing on a serious level. You know, your kids have to know you because they're copies. They're templates of you. Okay? If you got illnesses in your family, your kids should know about it. Because more than likely, they're going to have them illnesses too. Right? If you have any type of mental thing in your family, if there's anything going on in your family life genetically, DNA, with your brain, with your body, in your soul, any belief system you have, you should pass that on to your children because it can make their journey easier. See, this is how it go. You know why I don't want to say Jewish people, but, you know, people of the Jewish faith, why they have it so easy in life is because they do things like create memoirs. They learn lessons and they don't let their lessons go to waste. They pass their lessons on throughout their generations. Okay, so when they have a child, the lessons that they learned or the plights and pitfalls that they had in their life, their kids won't have to go through that because they already went through that. And the kids are going to learn from these lessons that the father or the mother put out there for them, so they won't have to repeat the same mistakes. Why do our kids have to constantly keep making the same fucking mistakes we make? Why do our kids and our generations have to be the ones, you know, cycling in and out of the fucking prison system? Why do our kids got to be the ones cycling in and out of any type of systematic system? Family courts, jail, you know, funeral homes and caskets and shit. Why do our kids got to be the ones? It's because we don't give them nothing but bullshit. We leave them behind video games. We leave them behind a legacy of drugs and drinking and women chasing and whoring and just, we want to be the toughest bravado nigga out there and all that type of shit. Half the kids grow up without a fucking father. They got to go to jail to become a man. What type of shit is that? Leave something for your fucking kids other than a street reputation. Leave something for your fucking kids other than the street reputation, man. You know, I don't give a fuck what your situation is. You could always do better and grow and evolve, even if you're not around your kids. You could still be doing positive things to let you know your fucking kids know that you active, that you're a positive, giving part of the community. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. We got to expound on things like that. We got to teach things like that. We got to keep that level of understanding and that level of transitioning and transcommunication of information flowing, man. Yeah, we gotta cultivate. We gotta cultivate mentally, man. Cause I mean, honestly, physically we're entrapped. We're enslaved. Whether you're free walking about on these streets, whether you're in the fucking jail system, wherever you at, we're enslaved in this thing. You know what I mean? Physically, spiritually, and mentally. And the only way you can really get out of this thing is using your mind. Even if you're doing something like sports, like playing basketball, it's mind over matter. Because on them days when your bones ache, your muscles is paining and shit like that, you gotta be mentally prepared for that pain. You gotta be mentally prepared for any type of pain that's gonna come in your life, any adversity. It'll have you prepared to do crazy things. If you're not mentally prepared, if you don't have that mental fortitude. You know, we all need that, man. And that's what you build in your kids when you give them advice, when you give them kind gestures, when you know, try to encourage them to follow their goals and follow their dreams. This is what you're giving your kids. You know, you're giving them the breath of life. You're giving them the breath of freedom. You're giving them the chance to expound and really be something with themselves. You know, prime example, I grew up with a lot of people. Public school, I could have went around here to the charter school and everything because I grew up in the area. But I went to public school. You know, Meade Elementary, Vaux, Sayre, West Philadelphia High, man. And in my time in all these different public schools, I also went to Job Corps and things of that nature. You know, I got some trade school up in me. But in all my public school days, it's like, I see people now, and it's like I don't even recognize people that I went to school with. Some of them are dead. Some of them are locked up, hooked on drugs. I mean, I don't give a fuck about, you know, whatever substance you got to do, but that's the ill fact of it. You know, I caught myself in an entanglement of doing different drugs and things like that. I mean, I've tried a lot of different things. I just thank God, and I thank my genetics, my DNA, not God, the creator. I want to put that out there. I like to thank the creator, my genetics, my mom and dad, for making me, you know, have the genetics that makes me strong enough to be able to do a substance and get off of it. Because I look at drugs as tools. You know, you could use them to alter your mind, to alter your body, alter different things about you. Some people use them so they can have, you know, so they can be really fucking fast, so they can be really slow. Some people like to escape. Some people like to get deeper into reality. Some people want to escape reality. Some people just want to experience an alternate reality. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you could come back from that. If you could come back from that, then it's okay. If you can't, if you're not strong enough to come back from any substance that you take or whatever, you shouldn't be doing it. If you have to go to rehab and things of this nature, if you need outside help to get over a substance that you took, you should not be doing it. Because that means you don't have the mental fortitude to do it. That's where people get themselves fucked up at. Because you see somebody else doing something, you think you could do the same fucking thing. But you got to realize, there's a level of mental fortitude that come with that. There's a level of responsibility that come with that. That person probably been doing that. You know, it's like when you start drinking alcohol and you don't know your fucking limit. Mostly everybody got that story where they drink too much fucking alcohol and they Earl and shit like that. I got that story. Shit, I got friends that see me throw up from smoking weed and shit like that. Because the weed is just too strong sometimes. But anyway, you got people that just don't know their limit. You know, you could always do more. But once you do more, you can't never do less. So if you're just stepping into something, if you're just learning something, if you just, figuring something out, don't overplay your hand. Just take your time. Everything is a learning process. Everything is on the job experience, right? No matter what it is you're doing, whether it's making music, writing books, trying different things in life, trying different substances in life, whatever it is, you always got to take those baby steps or you can really hurt yourself out here. Something else I wanted to expound upon is I still believe that love is the most powerful energy or force out here, love and positivity. But I'm going to tell you, man, a lot of people will exploit your love, your positivity for their own personal gain. A lot of people will use you and abuse you for a long fucking time, man. I'm a victim of that. Yeah, I'm not too ashamed to admit that. I've been a victim of being used, being just broken, being an instrument for somebody else's divisiveness. And it don't feel good, man. When your love is being played, when your love is being abused, when you know what I mean, being used and utilized as a fucking tool instead of being loved and utilized as a person, as a creator, as a creation that the creator has made. I could sit here and tell you, I've been done dirty by every woman in my fucking life, except for my grandmother and my daughter. And I mean that shit. Every woman in my life did me dirty, except for my grandmother and my daughter, and a few other ones that aren't close enough to do me that dirty. My girl Michelle Flowers, shout out Mish. She never did me dirty. But it's very rare that you get these people in your life that don't take advantage of your love, your kindness, and who you are. And I'm saying that because, at the end of the day, we got to do what's best for us. You can't jump at the will or at the whim of everybody and everything, because they'll just use you and they'll put you in a hole. I've experienced people that I've thought were my friends use me and put me in bad positions in life, or not help me at all. Have goals to do things your whole life, and you're reaching out. You know what I mean? You're letting other people know because you know that, the dream work, teamwork, the dream work. You know what I mean? With teamwork, the dream work. You're always trying to build that team so you can, really reach that next level. It's the next level, but you don't know how to get there. You can't get there sometimes on your own. Sometimes it's just so fucking frustrating and there's so much to deal with to have to do everything by your fucking self, man. And I got tears in my eyes telling you this right now because I'm going through that. I've been going through that. Even in the midst of trying to be in relationships with people, friendly relationships, loving relationships, whatever the case may be. You tell people your dreams and your goals and your aspirations and you try to get them on board with you. And they just won't. They just won't, man. And you got to realize, sometimes it's designed like that. Sometimes, your journey is just your journey. When I say it's designed like that, I mean like, bro, I ain't going to get on that. But sometimes your journey is just your journey. Sometimes it's not meant for them to go with you. It's a sad fucking thing because, you got people in your life that you love and they'll hear that you're trying to do something with yourself. And they'll turn around and fuck you over in ways that's unimaginable. They'll try to talk bad about you, backbite you because you stopped working at your whatever fucking job or career you had. They won't come and visit you or nothing like that because they don't like the choices that you make. Some of them would even steal from you. And talk behind your back. All right, well, this motherfucker doing this, then we gonna do this. We gonna take this from this. You know what I mean? They plot, they plan, man. That's why it's best to keep your shit to yourself. Talk to them ones that you know 100% is in your fucking corner, man. I mean that shit. Only tell the ones that I wouldn't. Sometimes, I can't even advise anybody to tell them of whatever plans you got. Because to be honest, it's sad, but it's a larger force of energy out here. It's a larger force of negativity that want to stop the positivity from getting out. That want to stop the love from spreading. Whenever you see somebody reach a new pinnacle in their life, a new level of achievement, you always see something bad happen to them. Something bad happen to a loved one. Something, somebody just try to get over on them. And that's not right. At that person, at that point in time in their life, you should champion that person. Be proud of their achievement. Don't try to hurt them or cut them down in a way. You know what I mean? You don't do that, man. You push people who's striving for their goals. Because we need more visionaries out here. We need more intellectuals, more visionaries. We need more people to follow their dreams, man. We need more people that look like us to really start making some fucking noise out here, man. We need more people with high intellectual levels, with high caring levels. If you care about people and you love people and you generally got a good message, share that shit, man. Because somebody else's voice might not get through to a person, but you might have a delivery that get through to them. You might have that gift that get through to them. You might have that, All of us are like keys, man. All of us are keys, and we all have a key that can open up somebody else's consciousness to a bigger awakening, to a bigger level of living, to a bigger level of life and loving and happiness, in pursuit of that happiness. But we got too many people that's being complacent and that's just stagnant. And they look at it like having a job is really doing something when it's not. You're running in place. If you got a job and you're working for somebody, you're running in fucking place. You're not really creating anything. They might give you a plaque that's sit on the fucking wall and say, "Oh, we appreciate your hard work for no accidents or 5 years of great service or this or that or any fucking thing." But when it come down to it, when it come down to that fucking chopping block, when your job is on the line, all the plaques and accolades not going to save you, because you got to look at another man or woman across a desk in their fucking eyes as they fire you and take your livelihood away. People on a daily basis deal with that shit, getting fired and taking their fucking livelihood away. Do you know people kill themselves over that shit? People kill themselves over that shit. To be honest with you, people kill themselves over losing loved ones, over losing somebody that they love that never loved them. People kill themselves over losing a job that you wasn't born with this fucking job. Why you gonna hurt yourself over the job? You weren't born with this person that you love. Why you gonna hurt yourself over that person? We look outwardly for a lot of things when we should be looking inwardly, man. We should look more inward for our happiness than outward. Because as long as you look outward for any type of external happiness, there will always surely be pain involved. And it's sad to say, because not a lot of people want to see you happy out here. A lot of people appear like they want to see you happy, but they don't. A lot of people, should just realize their happiness and go for that. And be not content, not be complacent, but be joyful. Be joyful and be observant of your life and the life you live, and the life of your loved ones, and the way that they live. The people who could never take their love away from you. The people who you could never take your love away from. I like these conversations because it gives me a moment, an opportunity to say what's on my mind, let you know what I feel, and also, you get the point. I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Till next time, this is Mr. Pagan. This has been God Concept. Yeah, word from these sponsors. Hey, real quick, guys. This is Mr. Pagan here. Just want to let y'all know that I have books available on Amazon, Kindle, bookstores, on your phones. I got 2 great titles available and a third one coming soon. My philosophy is, if you got a smartphone or a smart device, you already got my book in your hands. It's free for download if you got Kindle Unlimited, and it's $5 otherwise. For One Leap of Faith, it's $5, and for my book Morals and Values, it's $5.25. Both of them are packed with insightful information on morals and values, and One Leap of Faith is to push you to get on your grind for your goals. You know what I mean? 2 powerful books. I got a thriller coming up called Moonlit Marshes with a character. The protagonist is Marshall Cuts, and he's trying to get his way. He's trying to find his way out of Louisiana without getting himself hurt or killed or something. It's a great suspenseful book. Please check it out. It's going to be on Amazon Kindle store. Remember, both these books are available for free. One Leap of Faith and Morals and Value. You got Kindle Unlimited. They're available for free. And also, don't forget to check out my game stream on YouTube, Gaming Vaping Guns. And on Twitch, I'm GVG215. All right? And also, my music streams on all streaming platforms. Whether you got Apple, it's there. Whether you got Tidal, guess what? It's there. You listen on Spotify? Yeah, I'm on Spotify. This podcast is actually on Spotify, also the music. So yeah, we well-rounded. Everything that I'm doing is complementing each other. So please, support the movement, support my brand, support the positive energy that I'm putting out there. And you guys, be blessed. May peace be with you.